Hey, make sure to buy some chocolate cake for me for dessert tonight. Got it?
But I just finished at the store. I'm already driving home right now.
Well, then I guess that settles it, doesn't it? You and I are getting divorced.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I'm out of the house right now, so make sure that you send out the divorce papers for me while I'm gone.
Wait, what are you talking about? You can't just bring up divorce like this all of a sudden. What is all this about?
Well, it's all your fault. Maybe you should have learned to be a better cook and actually take care of me.
What are you even saying? I just can't understand.
And not only is your cooking nasty, but you've been serving me less and less. I have had it with you. I don't have any more patience for this kind of nonsense.
But I was doing it all for you. I didn't mean to upset you with my cooking.
If you were really doing it for me, then you would have at least let me eat as much as I want. Are you forgetting which of us here actually has a job and works?
Please don't talk to me like this. It isn't fair.
Well, then you should have bought me that cake as soon as I asked for it. I literally tried to give you a chance, and you just whined about how it makes your drive home longer.
Well, what if I turn around now and go buy your cake? Will that fix all of this?
It is way too late for any of that now. It's not just about the food. I have so many other different problems with you, you know? I just can't stand living with you any longer. I am sick of you.
But I don't get it. Where is all this coming from? What did I do?
You're a housewife, and yet you are constantly slacking off on everything. You're useless.
I'm sorry. I really didn't think that I was letting the house get that bad. I thought I've been working really hard.
Well, how many times have I had to ask you to make sure that there is always booze and some snacks in the house for me? And yet there is never enough. You are too lazy to buy enough for me.
I'm so sorry. You know that everything I do it so that I can be with you, right?
I don't want to hear any of your excuses. I am sick of it. You do know that I'm your husband, don't you?
Of course I do. How could you even ask that? You're the most important thing in my entire life.
Well, it sure doesn't seem that way to me most days. You ought to be worshiping the ground that I walk on. I want you to make sure that the house is full of snacks that I like from now on. I want only my favorite food for every meal. If you can't at least do that, then you really are just useless.
Please, don't you think all that is just a bit too much?
How can you say that to me when I'm the one coming home tired from work every day? All I ask is that you keep the house clean, do all of the shopping, and cook for me. Is it really so much?
But I do all of that. I've never once asked you to help me with the housework.
And I'm supposed to be grateful for you doing the bare minimum? Besides, you have definitely asked me to clear the table.
I'm sorry. I really didn't think that was such a big ask, and I only asked you because you had your stuff all over it.
You see, you're making more excuses again. You always try and make me do all of the chores around the house. Well, since I'm already doing everything by myself, what is the point of having you around?
Please don't act like this.
Listen, you are my wife. The only job you have is to do whatever I ask of you. Do you understand? Get that through your thick skull already.
Can't we just meet in person and talk about this? I really don't want to get things mixed up over text, and I think it would be better that way.
There is no need to talk about this. I've already decided that you and I are getting divorced, and that is that.
But I have something that I really need you to hear, and I think it's best that we talk about it in person. I really think it would help.
Man, you're persistent. Just do as I say and get the divorce papers already. I don't want to hear another word out of you until you do.
Trent, please, just listen to me for once. My name is Kelly, and I am 33-year-old housewife. I have been married to my husband, Trent, for 8 years. I always thought that I was doing all that I could to be there for him, so when he asked me for a divorce, I was quite shocked. After that, he started ignoring my messages and refused to talk to me in person about anything. I really wasn't sure what to do. Was he being serious about the divorce? I worried about it for a whole week. That was when I got a message that I never expected.
Hi there, I just wanted to let you know that your husband is mine now, so hurry up and send off those divorce papers, okay?
Excuse me, but who is this, and what are you talking about?
Are you stupid or something? Just think about it for a moment, and I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. I'm Trent's girlfriend. Of course, name's Vicky.
His girlfriend?
That's right. I wish I could be his wife, but that can't happen until you two are finally divorced.
So then, you and Trent have been having an affair behind my back? Is that what you're saying?
Don't use words like affair. Trent and I are just soulmates that have finally found each other. We just didn't get to each other in time to marry, it seems.
I see. So then how long have you and Trent been together?
We've been dating since a year ago. In fact, we're even living together now, and in that time, he's told me all about you.
Has he now? And what has he told you?
He told me all about how even though you spend all day at home, you never do any of the housework. So unlike you, I plan on treating him with the respect he deserves. I won't cook him nasty food like you always do.
I do all of the housework, though.
That's not what Trent told me. Anyway, I'll make sure to cook him the best meals around and as much as he wants. I'm going to be that exact opposite of you. That is, a good wife.
And just what have you been feeding Trent while you two have been together?
I've been making him whatever he wants. Something you don't seem to be capable of. Homemade fried chicken by the bucketful. And for dessert, I always make sure to have some chocolate cake or cupcakes ready for him.
And you think those are things that I'm just incapable of cooking?
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? I know that you're a terrible cook. That's why he chose me. And that's why he's so thankful every time I cook for him. So that is why I need you to sign those divorce papers.
Hold on for just a second. You can't just expect me to do what you say.
I have been waiting so long to marry this man, and you are the only thing standing in our way. We want to go and get married today, so just get out of our way.
You two want to get married today?
That's right. This is the day that the two of you started dating. So Trent thought it would be the perfect day to get married. It has to be today.
Is that the only reason you want to do it today?
That's right. We need to make sure that you know this is all your fault.
This is all really sudden and really ridiculous. Either way, I just won't be able to get all the paperwork done today.
You can't cook for your husband. You can't sign paperwork. You can't do anything, apparently. You're a useless woman who can't even take care of your husband. That's why you need to divorce him right away. Why do you want to make Trent suffer even more?
I don't want to make Trent suffer at all. That isn't fair.
Well, if that's the case, then divorce him now. Pay him his alimony and be done with it.
Oh, wait. You think I'm going to have to pay him alimony? How do you see that working?
Do you really not know anything about how this works? You weren't able to satisfy your husband, so this is all your fault, and you'll have to pay.
I don't really think that a reason like that would hold up in court.
And that is why you're a useless wife. And everyone knows that the person at fault is the one that has to pay. It's just how these things go.
That's not how these things go at all. Plus, even if it was, Trent was the one who cheated on me. Wouldn't he have to pay me instead?
I told you it wasn't an affair. He did it out of true love, so make sure that you pay him child support as well.
Child support? What are you talking about? We don't have a kid.
I know you don't. I'm talking about Trent's kid that I'm holding inside of me right now. We'll need even more money from you now.
Wait, Trent got you pregnant? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Are you really that surprised? I'm pregnant with Trent's child and there's nothing you can do about it.
I was a fool for ever trusting that man. I can see that now.
Well, now that you realize that, the best move for you is to divorce him. That's really all that matters. And pay the child support.
And just why should I have to pay child support for a kid that isn't even mine?
Wow, Trent was right. You are really good at trying to get out of your responsibilities. Here you go, doing it again. Or maybe you're just jealous because you could never have a kid.
That's not it at all. Please don't be ridiculous.
I mean, I know that you can't have kids, but if you think that that is going to get you out of paying child support, you have another thing coming.
You're acting like a child yourself right now. You realize that, right?
Name calling will get you nowhere, you barren old hag. We'll even let you raise the kid if you want.
What are you talking about now?
I mean, it isn't like you have much else going on in your life, right? You can't do anything else, right? The least you can do is try to take care of our kid. We'll even hire you as our live-in maid, but we won't pay you.
Do you even realize what you're saying right now?
Of course I do. I'm making you take responsibility for all the things that you've done to Trent over the years. I'm setting up our happy future together.
Do you not even want the kid you have right now? You don't even want to raise it yourself?
I'm sure the kid will be cute and stuff, but I don't want to go through the hassle of having to raise it. That would just be a giant pain for me.
How can you say that? Why bother having a kid if you don't want to play any part in its life?
Well, that is why I'm suggesting that you raise it for us. I've already thought of that.
Well, then the answer from me is no. I don't care how cute the child is. I am not going to be part of this sick little game that you've set up.
So then you're just going to abandon this child? Don't you have any pity in your heart? All right then. I guess we'll just have to settle with taking all your money from you instead.
You are the one trying to abandon your child. And I am not going to be paying you a single cent, so you can forget about that too.
Don't get so uppity with me. You have no right to turn us down. Just who do you think you are?
I am not getting uppity, and I certainly have no duty or obligation to pay either of you anything.
Are you sure you want to go down this path? You realize that we'll have no other choice but to bring in a lawyer then.
You really think a lawyer would take a case like this?
Of course they will. We'll hire the most elite lawyer in town and force you to pay us. We're going to leave you a penniless maid that no one would ever hire. You'll be completely destroyed once we're done with you.
And you really think that you're going to win if you go through with this?
Well, no duh. You're not giving us any other choice but to make you pay. If you had just agreed to hand over the money, then things might have been different.
All right, fine then. Let's get this divorce moving then.
Oh, good. I'm so happy that you finally started to see reason. I was ready to tear you apart, but I guess I can let you go now.
Whatever, but you do know that Trent is a late-state diabetic, right? I'm sure that you will do all you can to help him with his condition.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I mean that I was working so hard to try and help him manage his disease, but I am relieved to see that he'll be with someone who cares about him so deeply. I'm sure you'll do the best you can.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean he has diabetes?
Oh, did Trent not mention that to you? He's had the condition all his life, but in the past few years, it's gotten much, much worse.
Gotten worse? How so? What are you talking about?
Well, not only does his body have trouble managing its insulin, but he recently has been developing some kidney problems too. I mean, you've seen how much the man drinks, right?
Of course I have. Just last night, he drank about 10 beers, and he always drinks a lot whenever we go out to eat.
Yeah, that sounds just like Trent. Last I heard, his various conditions were starting to affect his other organs as well, places like his lungs and heart. I really don't know how much longer he has.
No, that's a lie. He always seems so healthy to me. You're lying to me.
I have no reason to lie, though. I was always trying to help him watch what he was eating, but he never took the doctor's order seriously. The doctors gave some really serious warnings that his body was reaching its limits.
His body is reaching its limits? So that's why you were managing the food you were giving him so strictly?
Of course. I was worried about his health and was only doing what the doctor recommended that I do to help save Trent's life.
But he didn't tell me anything about this.
That also sounds like Trent. He never took his condition or the medical advice seriously. I've gotten used to it, though, and try to help him through it anyways.
You're really starting to annoy me with the goody two-shoes act, you know that? You think you can care about him more than I do?
That's not what I'm trying to say. But I used to be a nurse before marrying Trent and used to see many patients just like him, so I'm just used to it, I guess.
Wait, you used to be a nurse?
That's right. That's why I didn't really mind putting in the effort to help him, but Trent is not the easiest patient or person to deal with.
Wait, no, hold on. If this is all true, then I don't want to marry him after all.
Oh no, really? But what happened? I thought that you two were soulmates.
No, I have to break up with him. Otherwise, I'll be the one having to take care of him all this time, right? Change of plans. Don't bother sending out the divorce papers.
Oh, you should have said that to me earlier. I already submitted them.
Wait, you did what? What is the matter with you? Whatever, it's fine. At least we can both be free from this guy and just live our lives.
But aren't you guys getting married today?
No way is that happening.
But I heard you already signed the marriage certificate. Is that wrong?
No, that's right. And I told him that I was ready for him to submit the papers at any time. But why do you know that?
I bumped into Trent at the courthouse there. He had signed marriage papers in his hand. He was laughing about how he was going to go from divorced to remarried all in the space of a single day.
You're kidding me, right?
I'm afraid not. I guess I should tell you congratulations on your marriage, huh?
No, I don't believe this. This can't be happening.
Most people are a little happier on their wedding day.
This is nothing to be happy about. I can't be married to a guy like this. I'll have to divorce him as soon as I can.
That seems a little hasty, don't you think? Well, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to make sure that you two pay me what I'm owed. You can count on that.
What? You can't be serious, right?
Of course I am. You two were cheating on me behind my back, after all.
Well, then you should be happy to be rid of him, right? You should be thanking me for taking him off your hands.
Oh, trust me, I am thankful. Very much so. But that is a whole different matter, legally. Anyways, I'm going to go and find a lawyer now.
Wait, please don't do this. I'm so sorry for everything that I did. Just please forgive me.
I'm afraid that was far too late for this. Anyways, you will be hearing from me and my lawyer soon, so I will talk to you then.
Please don't do this. I'm so sorry. You have to help me. I can't do this all on my own.
I ignored all of Vicky's texts to me after that, and I hired a trusty lawyer who got me everything I was owed in the divorce. Trent cried and screamed the whole time, but in the end, he paid up. I blocked the two of them on everything after that. Not long after that, Trent's parents came to apologize to me, and they told me that they had disinherited him. All of our mutual friends cut Trent off. In fact, I even heard Trent's old friends and their family members decided to cut him off as well. It wasn't long after that Vicky tried to divorce Trent, but he, of course, refused to sign any papers. His condition only worsened, and soon he wasn't even able to work. Vicky had to begin to pay for everything for the two of them. They fought often, and rumors spread all over their neighborhood. I ended up returning to my nursing job not long after the divorce. It feels like I've regained control of my life, and I couldn't be happier with my situation. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.